Welcome back to R for Economics. In this one, we're going to talk about how we can export plots uh, to, to our devices, either automatically or manually. So first, we're going to set our directory of where these things are going to go. Now, there's a cars database. As you can see, it just has speed and distance. We can plot these things together. We can see that the speed and the distance are on different rows. And this is our plot that we want to export. Now we can add a line. LOS is a means of getting a kind of average, moving average of the series. We can look that up if we really wanted to. Now, how do we export these files? Well, the first option is to go to export, and then we can save it either as a PDF. There we go. We can save it as a PDF, as an image, depending on which type we want. Well, we could export a JPEG to plot, and we're going to call it our plot. If we wanted to change the directory, we can. We can update the preview. That's what our plot is going to look like. We could maintain the ratio and say, you know what, we're going to go with a 400 width one, and it'll maintain that ratio so we don't get a squished down or a squished in image. And then we can say save. Okay. And if we look at files, we can see that image has now been saved. Okay. Our plot JPEG. Okay. Now, if we want to do the same thing, here, I will remove some of these ones which I've done earlier. Okay. So we can also do this same plot, but we can actually export it automatically. So we're going to export it automatically to here using the JPEG command. JPEG, we're going to name it. I've named it something different than what we have here. It's going to do the plot list, and then we tell it device off. This says stop recording to the JPEG, and we're all done. So you can see that it says go back to our studio. And we can see that we now have our plot here. And we can see our image right here, okay? And it looks the same as if we had done it the other way. Remember, this one we scaled down and made smaller. Okay, so we can do that in JPEG. And you just question mark JPEG for the function on how to do that. Sometimes there's PNG files that people need. Same thing again. We're going to open up the function. It's going to start writing to that file. The plot is going to write onto it, and then the lines, and then it's going to say device off. So stop running this thing and go back to our studio. So this is a way that if you are generating a lot of plots at the same time and you don't want to have to go in and stop and export, save as image, and go through this continuously, you can actually have it running as you need it. So you don't actually need to do all the export manually clicking your mouse. There's also a way to export as a PDF. Same kind of thing. And now if we look in our files directly, we see we have a PDF. And we can see that it's now popped up here. Okay, so it makes fairly nice images, very crisp and clean. One last way that you can do it is you can actually, on this, right-click, and then you can copy the image. So that's copied it to the clipboard. You can then go to Paint or whatever your device is, and then you could save it as a JPEG, bitmap, whatever you wanted, whichever format you needed. Okay, so that's everything on saving, and we'll see you in the next video.